What's going on, YouTube? Jay Bird, SoleyGrailz. I'm here with Blair, and we're going to do our next segment of Inside Access of his collection. So if you want a little introduction about yourself.
Sure.
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, name's Blair. Grew up with Justin. A couple years older, Kjoyner, Illinois. Lived down here in St. Louis, Missouri now. Been buying shoes for a long time, so take a look and see what's in there.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and check out his little sneaker room stuff he's got going on here. Let's go take a look.
So this kind of doubles, I guess, as my office, my sneaker room. I've got a few things. I've got my display case, got my Jordan jersey, and then kind of all my shoes. So a lot of stuff in here. I'm pretty picky though, so I buy only what I like, only what I really like to wear. And so I don't have the volume probably that others have, but there's some ones that I really love.
What would you say is your favorite? Clearly, just from what I'm seeing, you got all Jordans through here, and like I said, you got a few Adidas product through here or whatever. So it looks like you're more like a Nike Jordan guy. So what would you say is your favorite silhouette?
Oh man, definitely the 12 for sure. This is my favorite pair. Like, this is my favorite colorway of all time by far. Just playoff 12, simple shoe. I've got two pairs, one that I've worn, one that I haven't, and then the lows on my feet. So I mean, the 12 silhouette in general, I just love. That's probably my favorite pair ever. I beat the crap out of those when I was in college, and so I had to get a new pair. Rising Sun 12. Don't have the band insoles or anything crazy like that, but that's just a dope 12 to me that not a lot of people really recognize anymore. So, and I mean, kind of move on from the 12s, but got the public school 12. That's my favorite shoe other than the playoff. And then you go down. I mean, I'd say my next favorite. I mean, I'm not much different than your average. A lot of 11s, some 1s. Just one, I mean, I guess one that not everybody points out, but this is a personal favorite of mine, Georgetown 11. I have a pair in the closet that is absolutely in horrible shape, so had to pick up a new one. It's hard because there's so many pairs that you want, but you want to double up on the classics too.
Yeah, I let my pair go. Regret it.
Yes, and then, I mean, if you want to talk about, I guess, I hopped on a little bit of the Adidas wave, got a couple pairs of Ultra Boosts. I beat these up, but I guess these are the ones, aren't they? Mm-hmm. The original Ultra Boosts. So, I mean, I like these a lot. I've got a couple pairs of Yeezys. Won't pay over retail for them, but, Belugas. I actually just went on a cleaning spree last week, so most of the stuff actually looks pretty decent right now.
Almost dead stock.
So yeah, it's something to me, and I mean, I have to have some diversity in my closet too. Like, I got a bunch of dress shoes as well, so I mean, it's something to where I can't wear J's every day, so do the Johnson & Murphy and kind of the Cole Haans, which is something you probably don't see a lot, but yeah, so try to keep it a little bit diverse.
You got some LeBrons tucked back in there?
I do. Yeah, so I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I'm a big Entourage fan, and so this was a pair that I had to have. I've worn them a few times. I know the market's not super hot on LeBrons, but a big fan of anything with long air pockets. Mm-hmm. So, like the new Vapor Maxes, these. I mean, I had some when I was a kid like that. I'd love to find the old Nike Battlegrounds that were like these, so I don't do a lot of different, I guess. I like
what you like.
I like what I like, so, I picked these up recently. Just a little Paul George. They're comfortable, kind of hoop in, mess around in, but, it's something to wear for me. I guess another topic that kind of comes up right now is these. This is the up-tempos. Mm-hmm. I think they're played out. But
I also feel like they're big down in the St. Louis area, too.
They're huge down here. I mean, people love them. They sell out down here. I was a huge fan when they came out with these last summer. These just, reminded me of my childhood. I think that some of the colorways are kind of starting to get played out, but
Yeah.
Like, I love this shoe overall. It's definitely like a top 5 silhouette for me. Let's see. You know what I mean? I guess you know it's just things where you get these and you just mess with like old shoes, like you know. I mean, I got these for like $60. You know, people like slept on these. And a shoe that I love and I wore out kind of before ones really like got hot again.
And that was a shoe that actually sat on the shelf.
Oh.
I remember my local Finish Line back in what year was that? Back in late 2000s. They were just sitting on the shelf for all this time.
Right. I mean, that's a nice shoe. So it's one of those things where they're like, you know, people always hate on like low 12s, like lows in general. Like I thought this was a super clean colorway, nice shoe. Been wearing that one a lot. And you know, it's like the ones people hate on that I like the most. You know,
I remember what that was, 16.
Yeah, from the Countdown pack. So I've worn those a few times. Actually, the He Got Games are from the Countdown pack as well. So those are a couple, I guess, from the 08 area that you don't see as much. But, you know, they're creased, they're worn. It's how a lot of my collection is.
Now, what got you started in the sneaker game? What was it that just kind of did it in for you?
I was a kid, and I just loved shoes. And I loved Jordan, and my mom bought me these for Christmas. And that was like the first like picture I can remember of like being super pumped about a pair of shoes when I was a kid. And from there, it was, I mean, I'm still buying the same shoes today that I was wearing when I was like 8 years old.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, the up-tempos, kind of like the old Air Bacons, just like a lot of different shoes to me that people don't even think about anymore that we grew up with.
Now, I know there was a shoe that we've talked about quite a bit. It's been brought up when we've kind of talked, and it was your Gamma 11s.
Oh, man.
Now, what's the story behind those?
That actually, these just like completely got me. Well, let me pull out the bad pair first. So, actually, when Dana and I first met, I was not buying shoes at all, and I saw the picture of these that they were coming out, and this kind of like actually like started the storm that is all of this. I got these, and I mean, obviously, I wore them into the ground. You know, I wore them to Vegas. And it really just like picked me back up into shoes. I started to have the funds to be able to do it. And so it was one of those things where I beat those. And so, I mean, I've got a pair that's been worn a couple of times. But I would say, like, outside of OG colorways, this is my favorite shoe of all time.
Now, so we talked about, you know, is there a certain Adidas shoes you talk about? So you're more a Nike Jordan head. So is there an Adidas shoe you're looking for at all? Because you just mentioned today the Vapor Max, so you like those. So
I mean, I'm sold on these. I mean, like I did the Ultra Boost thing. I've got a few Yeezys. Like I like the Yeezys on the style side, but you know, putting these on and kind of seeing the innovation behind them, I think this is where it's at. I mean, I like the style of them, the comfort. I'm not loyal to Adidas. I'll always be loyal to Nike. I mean, obviously, you see my closet. Like, that's what I love. So, not that I don't want to be diverse in my collection. But, you know, I like what I like simply. And if I don't, I just pass on it.
Well, I want to get a little more about some of the stuff here. I see we got some wings, but we also got something here that's clearly not a regular shoe.
Yeah, so these were actually a wedding gift for me and Dana recently. They were done by Day Zeus Customs out of Chicago. They got the wedding date on there, so they got the May 28th. They got our wedding color scheme, but it's got like the arch on the back, which is crazy, and the blues emblem, and then on the other shoe, it's got the Bulls emblem. So, and then the tongue is crazy too. It's got our last name and the rings. I mean, they overall really did just like an awesome job with these. So, those will be on display. I don't know if I can wear these. Like, I just want to look at these. So, I actually, like, for the wedding day, like, the whole wedding party, put on J's. So, I put on the public school 12s for the first time. Been waiting for a couple of years to pull out those. We had some nice kicks in the lineup. We had some cool gray 11s. You know, we had some stuff that was outside of the norm or outside of the normal GRs that you kind of see these days.
I know another thing that we've talked about is the wing ones. You know, it's one of those things where it's been kind of played out. Essentially, everyone kind of just dogged on them, but like you and I talked about, both have pairs of what I mean.
To me, like this is one of the better shoes to come out in the past couple of years. I think they executed the shoe well. I don't know. I guess the hate kind of started to come when people heard you couldn't expose them like the 12s. I personally think that like this shoe looks like perfect as is. I think it's a really cool concept. I love the laces. I think the laces set them off. The little gold accents. I mean, I just think this shoe was really well done. So for us, you know, it's one of those things where we don't really care about the market. I don't care if somebody's like, that's ugly or that's tight. Like, you know, you see by my closet, like there's stuff in there that isn't worth anything. You know, I mean, it's not
about the monetary
value.
value.
Yeah, it's not about like the monetary value or, hey, the bread one goes for this or, you know, I mean, like those Letterman ones, like I think that's a really dope shoe. I think that's a slept-on shoe. I think even like the reverse shatter backwards, like I love the quality on that shoe. I know that goes for a decent amount, but to me, it's just not about that. It's what you like to wear, what you like to have. And that's about it. You know, I mean,
I don't blame it. Like I said, I think it's one of those shoes that it's nice to see the market finally going down, but at the same time, it's a shoe that's just, in my opinion, very underrated. But I did also notice something else when we walked in. What is this little art piece we got over here?
Yeah, so that was I got a friend who works for one of the retailers. She's super creative. She works in the footwear industry, and she's always done cool, artistic, creative stuff for me. And so this was her wedding gifts, all in pencils. Did the public school, and then did Dana's closing ceremony 11s. And, you know, has the wedding day, incorporated the Jordan into it. So she's been cool to me forever. She fell into an awesome job after school and still helps me a lot in the sneaker game today. So, you know, some of the stuff you see in my closet is as a result of her, but extremely artistic. And she loves sneakers in general. And so I thought that was dope. She put our wedding pairs that we wore on there.
You can really tell like the serious detail stuff. You look at the shading on the PSNY 12. You can tell exactly what it is by looking at it.
Yep.
And then you guys your Jordan jersey, of course. I mean,
yeah. So
Central Illinois, you know, you're a diehard Bulls fan.
Oh man. So yeah, this was actually you know, we grew up together, Decatur, Central Illinois. That's all we knew was Jordan. And so this was actually a gift from Dana and my brother, who you grew up with as well. They presented me with that on Christmas one year. It's obviously like the cool, like that's my favorite Jordan jersey, the black with the bullets on there. But I'm kind of big into that side. I really haven't got a chance to get much memorabilia recently, but like this, you have this. This is something that I really, really enjoy. My dad got that out of like an old school magazine and then framed it. And then this is something that's kind of slept on too. So I've got a buddy who I went to college with him, and he made that actually. So he's a graphic designer. He loves kicks as well, out of Chicago. And so he put basically every Nike, every Jordan on there. So it's kind of cool to go on there and just look at all the old styles. It's kind of like a little encyclopedia for you on the fly.
Yep. Well, like I said, I mean, as you see, it's definitely a bunch of stuff. Just you can tell you've really personalized this as far as like your love and passion for the Bulls, for Jordan. Like I said, you see it in the shoes you've got. I mean, you've got, you know, your meaningful kicks kind of set off to the side with your rising suns, like your wings, PSNYs. You got games, so like that's something that's really cool to see, you know. And like I said, all like a real little artwork that's thrown in that just kind of really ties the whole setup together. You know, it's just something you don't really see, and it just shows your personal touch.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to me where I guess I like organization, and you know, as you see by everything, like I don't have all my boxes and this and that, but I like the kind of clean setup, and Dana's been cool to kind of let me have my my work. This is my workspace too, as well as kind of like my play space. And so hopefully I'll get a big basement someday. Be able to expand this out.
I hear you. Well, like I said, that's really it for his inside access here. Like I said, pretty dope and clean setup. Something different from what we've seen so far. But so I appreciate you for letting us come out here and doing this. Like I said, be ready for some more. We got a couple more coming. Got to get them lined up, but definitely, I said, one of the more subtle setups, that we like to see, just from a everyday sneakerhead, just from Decatur, Illinois. But that's all we've got for today. But I'll leave off his social media stuff, in the description below. So make sure you go check that out, give him a follow, show him some love. But for this Inside Access, that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and sign out. So this is Jay Birdie. This is Blair. We're signing out.